also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Brooks. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Winslow. Lets it fly from 18.
You need strength, you need length, you need a strong frame and quick feet. Donovan Mitchell has all of that. That's why he could be one of the best stoppers in this game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. To the middle, here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Conley. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Well, there's no question this team can shoot the ball, and that's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, it's hard to create spacing without the threes.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Back to Conley. From deep. Here's Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length, it's also the instincts.
Passes it to Morant. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Ring shot on the way. Mike Conley with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Mitchell looking it over. Outside Conley. The three-pointer off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's Conley outside. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Valanciunas against Gobert. Valanciunas dishes to Jackson. In the corner, Winslow with it. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Well, you know, defensively, that's what they're trying to do to Winslow. Turn him into a jump shooter, and he made them pay.
Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Shot from 12. Unable to get that one. And Memphis the other way now. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Justice Winslow missing his last shot.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group. A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons, changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Morant, he's off on that one. Good work defensively by Conley. Pass to Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson. Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of us going on above them in the front office.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry, and those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Now here's Winslow. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
And he knocks down the first one.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
And he can't hit the second.
And for Justice Winslow, the former 10th overall pick out of Duke, he has transformed himself into a Swiss Army knife of a wing player. Gives you a bit of everything.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
He did a nice job of keeping him off the block, didn't let him get deep post position.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pat Donovich wide open. No good from outside. You know, it's funny to think that not too long ago, Smitty, Winslow was viewed as a defensive specialist.
And in all fairness, that was not too long ago, like you said, Kevin. But what I like now, his playmaking has improved to where he can create for others, and he's getting more and more confident on his threes and scoring.
Just 5 on the clock. Anderson trying to free himself up. Winslow's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Mitchell wide open. Another miss by Utah. And for Memphis, they're shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's good from Morant.
And the work ethic that Morant has sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
Joe Ingles is checked in for O'Neal. And so he makes both from the line.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome. With a potential star in John Morant, they've got another key player for their rebuild. Coach doing a great job of putting Mitchell in pick-and-roll situations. For a young player, he makes good decisions.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Here's Morant. He's got 6. And the layup is good. Morant's got 8 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Conley, the pass to Davis. There's the pass to Mitchell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Left side, Anderson. Over Conley. Anderson can't get it to go. Utah's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And it's Mitchell missing. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Anderson kicks to Morant. Pass to Valanciunas. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Jazz trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Conley dishes to Davis. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's got 6. Nice D from Brooks.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's Morant missing. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Here's Bogdanovich. The rebound by Anderson. Memphis leading by 4. To the paint. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Jazz trail by 6. Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Left side, Davis. And the drought. And the layup is good.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Now here's Morant. Over by Conley. Passes it to Valanciunas. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now Utah, fast break. Mitchell's shot is good.
A nice finish by Donovan Mitchell. If you're the defense, you have to get back in a hurry and match up.
Morant passes to Brooks. Valanciunas inside. He's guarded by Davis. Valanciunas, good. So it's the Jazz now. 4-point game. Conley, the pass to Davis. The dish to Mitchell. Over Brooks. And it's Mitchell missing.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Now here is Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
He gets it in there. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
Mike Conley looking comfortable in the post. Even with the defense draped all over him, he gets it to go.
Brooks outside. With the fadeaway. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Jazz trail by 4. Conley finds Davis. Now here's Conley. D right on him. Here's the floater. Good on the shot. Conley's got his third basket of the night right there.
Smooth off the fingertip. Mike Conley floating it in beautifully.
And here's Morant. He's got 8. No good off the back of the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Winslow against Conley. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. The Jazz have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Clock at 6. Now Conley.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Jazz. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, Greg. You should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant. Then it's Brooks. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Now, here's Mitchell. Nice D from Valanciunas. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Here's Clark. The second effort. Tries yet again. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Mitchell. So it's Utah now. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, second shot opportunity, and Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Mudiay kicks to Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. Right wing. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Morant. He's got 10. Good work there as it goes.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Jazz have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Pass to Clarkson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Morant. Here's Brooks.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Morant. And so he hits both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Mudiay looking around. He dishes it to Ingles. O'Neal kicks to Mudiay. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Kicks it to Clark. With the teardrop, and they pick up 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title, and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
Outside, Jones, Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
But they recover it. And there's the pass to Clarkson. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Now here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Moutier. Ingles trying to get open. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He's covered by Clarkson. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Here's Moutier, and it's all evened up. Moutier's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in.
And now look at Jordan Clarkson. Some numbers on him. How he did last season. Put up about 17 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from him.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way. Well, if you ask Rudy Gobert, he's not focused on his individual matchup. His job is to anchor the entire defense. For him, it is a team game.
First one falls for. And for big men like Gobert, their impact felt by every offensive player on the floor, not just the man he's guarding.
Kevin, he's an elite shot blocker, but it's also the shots he alters. His presence alone creates doubt in the mind of shooters.
And Memphis making a change here. Zhang's checked in. He's covered by Clarkson, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Moutier against Jones. Here's Clarkson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Dishes it to Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Zhang. Back to Brooks. Here's the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Brooks has got 7.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
Now here's Jones. 9 points last game out. Gobert with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Clarkson. He kicks it to Moutier. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Memphis. And Utah with a change here, too. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Moutier. Winslow against O'Neal. Rebound by Zhang.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Feeds it to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
We're going to see a lot of this from Winslow in the coming years. Explosive young talent.
Clarkson against Brooks. Here's Clarkson. He's got 5. Pass to Gobert. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Now here's Gobert. 8 points for him. Banked in off the glass. Gobert's got 8 points in the quarter.
And as Rudy Gobert has been adding bulk, he's only getting better at finishing through contact.
Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Jackson. Over Conley, and another basket for Memphis.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The dish to Clarkson. And the rejection by Jang. O'Neal against Winslow. To the inside. Jackson trying to break free. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Winslow.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Jazz trail by 6. Has to Gobert. Back to Conley. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Brooks. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Basket counts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Conley against Jones. But they'll get another chance. Nice shot by Gobert.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Conley against Jones. The pass to Jackson. Over Ingles. Misses off the left iron. Jazz trail by 6. He dishes it to Conley. Kicks it to Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Then going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Morant, he's checked in for Jones. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Clock at 4. Winslow kicks to Morant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He did miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
.127 left to play in the first half. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Conley dishes to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. Nice D from Brooks.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Pass to Winslow. Pass to Morant. Lets it go with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Now, here's Clarkson. 7 points in the game. And slam dunk by Gobert.
With that 7'8" wingspan, anytime Gobert gets the ball near the rim, this is what you expect.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley, and that one's good. Morant.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Conley with it. Fires for 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 4. It's time now to go court. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie, for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Morant passes to Jackson. Over Conley. Jackson misses. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. 4-point game. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by O'Neal. 11 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
And the pass to Valanciunas. Inside, here's Brooks. Good on the bucket. Brooks has got 11 points.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Jazz trail by 3. Conley dishes to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. That one drops. He ties it up.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Mitchell against Brooks, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Brooks outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Valanciunas with the ball, now defended by Gobert.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Count that bucket.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. Do you think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons, and there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games, and it's not as many back-to-backs.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Passes to Jackson. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. No good on that one. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Let's take a look at numbers for Winslow. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Here's Conley. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Knocked loose and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Great showing for him last season. First in shooting percentage, third in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Oh, that's blocked. On the wing, Winslow. Covered by Mitchell. Winslow, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. No good from Valanciunas.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Conley's shot is off.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And finished off by Morant.
And at 6'3", Morant sure can fly. Love when he gets up and throws it down.
Outside Conley. Right side Bogdanovich. O'Neal high post. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. No good that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. To the middle for the tie. And Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Jazz have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Conley dishes to Gobert. Mitchell outside. He kicks to Conley. Cloak loose. Brooks with it. Now defended by Mitchell. With some arc, and it's laid in by Brooks. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three ball. Conley's got 10.
So often the catalyst. This time, Conley is on the finishing end of the catch.
Brooks against Mitchell. Here's Valanciunas. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Mitchell's shot is good.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. And here's Morant. He's got 18. 5 to shoot. Here's Winslow. Another shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Using that solid frame inside, Winslow draws the foul.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Winslow.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Jazz. Moutier comes in for Michael Conley. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facilities.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return. That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Morant's got 20 points.
And that was all Morant. Aware of the defense, figuring out how to get to his spot.
Moutier pass to Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. And Mitchell drops them both.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Now here's Morant, defended by Moutier. Goes up the baseline. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz leading by 3. Now Moutier, 7 points in the game. Back to Gobert. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And that one's good. Morant's got 22.
The handle and the acceleration. Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
Now here's Moutier. It's Valanciunas. And now the Grizzlies, fast break, looking to get back on track here. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Look at the way Valanciunas ran the floor on that break. Very few centers can get up and down the floor like that.
Here's Moutier. Mitchell outside. Over Brooks. Another miss by Utah.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Ingles against Anderson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Jackson. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Clarkson taking his time here. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Memphis leading. And there's the feed to Brooks. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Brooks has got 15.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I just don't know how you defend Donovan Mitchell. He's a dangerous offensive player, and he's learning how to get to the free throw line.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Mitchell drops them both. The Grizzlies shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Jazz. Pass to Clarkson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
Morant passes to Brooks. 2 points. That one goes. Brooks has got 8 points in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Clarkson on the wing. 11 points in the game. Gobert with it. Bogdanovich left side. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He's got 6.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Now, here's Mitchell. D right on him. They recover it. Yep, that one goes.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Brooks. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Pushing the action, Donovan Mitchell has an innate ability to make people foul him.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
Now here's Morant. Covered by Mitchell. Morant passes to Jackson. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Jackson up top. Kicks it to Clark. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Anderson in the post. He's covered by Clarkson. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Anderson. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis. Brooks is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant. Then it's Jones. And it's Jackson in at the 5 down low.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Mitchell finds Ingles. To the wing right side. Here's Clarkson. Off target from three-point range. Memphis trailing here. Brooks outside. They get a hand on it. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
Here's Morant. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. And here's Clarkson. The pass to Mitchell. Now Clarkson, that's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Morant.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
Here's Mitchell, and the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. They now take the lead. Morant's got 30 points.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Down low, here's Ingles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer, but Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
And the first one at the line is good.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Morant. And a switcher also for Utah. Mike Conley's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Both shots good from the stripe. The Grizzlies have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Jones against Conley. Jackson looking it over. Clark dishes to Winslow. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass.
Obstacle in his way. Winslow, undeterred, finishes through contact.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Clarkson. And the rejection by Jackson. Pushing it up. Winslow finds Clark. Drops in the layup for 2. And now it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Jones against Conley. Clarkson on the wing. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Conley against Jones. The tray. But they get it back. And the rejection by Jackson.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
First free throw is good.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in, and Utah with a change here too. O'Neal's checked in. And so Bogdanovich deals both of them. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Conley against Jones. Out to the right wing. Here's Valanciunas. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 5 assists in the game. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. Pass to Gobert. To the inside. Bogdanovich. That shot is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Passes it to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Conley feeling it out. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Brooks against Clarkson. Brooks kicks to Jones. Pass to Winslow. Shot clock at 5. Over Gobert. Winslow's shot is off. Jazz trail by 5. Conley with it. Now guarded by Winslow. It's good.
And that's where Conley is most dangerous. Just amazing quickness on his way to the rack.
Brooks outside. Feeds it to Valanciunas. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Valanciunas hits them both. Jazz trail by 5. Outside Conley. Inside, here's Clarkson. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Clarkson's got 10 points here in the second half. The Grizzlies have gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Now the pass to Brooks. Dishes it to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Conley. Jones against Clarkson. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Clarkson against Brooks. Back to Jones. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
It's important to stretch this lead out as much as possible right now, and that's exactly what he did there.
Clarkson passes to Conley. The dish to Bogdanovich. A 3-ball. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thanks so much, David. Conley against Jones. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Jazz lead by 1. And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Mitchell is doubled. Back to Gobert. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Bucks. 5 to shoot. Pass to Jones. Lets it go from deep. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Jones. Jones has got assist number 8 now on the night. Now here's Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Kicks to Gobert. Passes it to O'Neal. Floats one up. For the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Puts one up from 19. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Brooks against Conley. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Outside Jackson. From deep three-point range, Gobert pulls it in.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Bogdanovich dishes to Gobert. O'Neal against Jones. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Conley with the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Timeout. With the game's momentum up for grabs, Conley values being the guy to take the crucial shot. Just a remarkable score in these situations.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They lead by 1. 1:51 left in the 4th. Checked in for Memphis. And Utah with a change here, too. Ingles is checked in. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. The feed to Mitchell. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Morant. To the middle, and stolen by Gobert. Now here's Conley. He's tightly guarded to take the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Kyle Anderson is checked in for Jaren Jackson.
Unlimited barang saya. Itu unlimited.
He drops the first one, and that ties the game up.
The 4th pick in the 2011 draft. It took getting stronger and improving the shot to make Conley one of the better all-around guards in the game.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Valanciunas, not fazed at all by the situation.
And the Jazz call time here. They trail by 1. 1:04 left to play here in the fourth. And 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Conley. Got it!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line, coming through for his team.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Anderson trying to free himself up. Yes!
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Now here's Conley, guarded closely. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Conley causes so many problems for the defense. He's quick, and he has the ability to score from anywhere.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're behind by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Gobert with the block, and they'll keep possession. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. The second chance effort. Oh, off target.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
And it's Morant missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike, you guys really came on in the second half. What changed?
We just started playing basketball again. I told the guys at halftime that we can't just turn it on and off. We got to be able to keep the pedal to the metal, and guys came out and were defensively focused, and guys were making the double extra plays to get defensive stops.
Well, defense is obviously your team's calling card. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hindi ba may nahanap agad na ano?
Nakikita ko dito yung duration bago nila ma-realize na laro lang pala. 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Kasi hindi na tapos naman.
Nakipans na. Realize. Defense na ulit. Limit ng time. Defense na. Sa court. Sa arena. Pwede naman sa fans. Siguro rin wala. Puro fans. Mahal pumasok. Mga fans ano lang. Computer lang. Wala. Fans.
Anong fans niyo po? Nahulog ba?
Pero hindi yun. Diba may fans na nanood. Sa court. Puno yan. Nanood sa COVID. Wala bang manood pumasok doon. Kahit isa.
Ano na ba yun?
Pwede na ulit.
Kaya yung final?
Final? Playoffs pala. Ano pala? First round. First round, second round, semi-final.
Yung mga next year pa yun.
Huh? Mabilis ka lang yun. 2 months. Ilang matagal na.
Di after na. Ano ka ulit? Ano ka ulit? Parang nakabukasyon ka din.
Hindi mo ba? Hindi ba?
Iba na ba?
Export.
Hindi na sana.
Hello, Alay. Hindi.
Ba't ka nakawag-duplicate ka? Duplicate mo. Yung tab. Para makikita mo yung mga
Ay, hindi. Saka tuloy-tuloy na rin. Sa lang tab, malaglalo. Malaglata. Hindi ko soto.
Okay. Hindi mo tapos mo. Hindi mo try mo. Lesson. Alright. Dito ko yung end. Hit naman.
Hindi mo ito. Rainer is playing Spider-Man recorder. Damn. Sorry. Ito mga TikTok na ito. baho. Repair pre. May dahil bago. May pag-vaccine ba? May pag-vaccine. Wala. Walang pawala. Sino ba yung share? Share page. Ito sabi guys sa 5R na to, may sinare daw na sinas mo ako boys. Ako lang yung online. Bakit? Mabasa. Ito Battlefield 5 pa rin. Oo.
Maganda yung stranded dito.
Dito?
Ano parang murang din.
Harap.
Maganda dyan.
Ayun o. Tingnan natin ang libre na alam mo maganda.
play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot and penetrate. I love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, Doris, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. Winslow's shot is off. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Oklahoma City. Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. It's clear the respect he holds for the 7-footer Rudy Gobert. Coach said, we all know about his defense, but his growth as an offensive player can't be overstated. Gobert is an active threat every time he rolls to the rim. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Morant missing. Winslow against O'Neal. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Brooks. Valanciunas, good.
Well, how about Valanciunas on the rim run? Just busts it down the floor and no one keeps up with him.
Conley left side. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Morant. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the stifled power. Gobert twice on the pipes.
Offensive rebound. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Pass to Morant. Valanciunas with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass.
Kevin, I like the physicality on that play by Jonas Valanciunas. Simply powers through the contact, showing he can give it as well as take it.
Now here's Conley. Last game we saw him score 13. The floater and the rejection by Jackson. That one good for 2. For Memphis, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line. And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he brings it for them every game on the offensive end.
Well, I think you can tell he relishes this role, being the catalyst on the offensive end, night in and night out.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Passes to Jackson.
I love how Bogdanovich gets up and tries to annoy shooters, doing all he can to alter the shot.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
That free throw, no good. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Here's Jackson. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Bogdanovich wide open. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Conley penetrating. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. O'Neal against Winslow. O'Neal misses. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Now here's Conley. The pass to Mitchell. With the floater, and he sinks the layup. Mitchell's got 6.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
O'Neal against Winslow. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. On deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Winslow against Conley. Winslow dishes to Valanciunas. Here's Morant. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovic, simply stated, has become a knockdown three-point shooter.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdanovic against Jackson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Bogdanovic. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Bogdanovic has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, the defense can't stop that. Bogdanovic with the ridiculous delivery.
Over to the wing. Valanciunas against Gobert. Drops in the tray.
A ragged start for him offensively, but he'll take it. It brings him to 1 of 8 from the field.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense. Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Morant, and the layup falls. Morant's got 5.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Get there. Conley kicks to Mitchell. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Valanciunas, and it's in there. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Second chance shot, and the rejection by Jackson.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovic's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
The Jazz have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Rebounded by Jackson.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Brooks with it. Now defended by Mitchell. They get it back. Valanciunas, no good with the layup. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Trying to get open is Bogdanovic. Mitchell's shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. He kicks it to Brooks. Outside Jackson. And Winslow now top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he makes the first. And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz, leading by 5. 1:51 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Ingles. Outside Conley. From deep. They get it again.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Bounce pass Conley. Gobert down low. Valanciunas is there.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. First free throw is good. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. And both free throws good for Brooks.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Now here is Conley. Defense right on him. Pass to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now here's Winslow. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And the first one drops. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Jazz. And that one's good. Morant.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Conley feeling it out. From outside the arc, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He's one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Clarkson. Joe Ingles is out there with Davis. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. Now here's Anderson. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Anderson inside. Ingles against Jackson. To the paint. Jones, no luck.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And for 7-footers like Gobert, it seems, Doris, there's more risk of injury.
Well, everything the Jazz organization has done with Rudy has focused from the core down. They want to make sure their big man has functional strength that eases pressure on the knees and ankles. Both of those areas have been so problematic for guys his size. Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Clarkson finds Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league, who has the most unstoppable shot who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back three will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Down low. Here's Valanciunas.
Hey, yo, right here.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jones for three, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 16 points a game, 13 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Back to Mitchell. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Memphis. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Passes it to Jones. Back to Brooks. The three. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Jones.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Mitchell with it. Jones covering. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Jones against Clarkson. Mitchell right side. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Gobert can't hit. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Moutier is checked in for Mitchell. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Jones looking for an opening. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Grizzlies have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the pass to Gobert. Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
Occupying that
Foul.
instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Jones against Moutier. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
Jazz trail by 6. Now Clarkson. Here's Moutier, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And although the team didn't have much success last year, Emmanuel Moutier certainly got his career back, I thought, Doris, in the right direction.
Well, I think for Emmanuel, he had an opportunity for minutes, and he played as he needed to in order to show that he is a capable player going forward.
2 shots.
The tools, I think, have always been there for the former number 7 pick. It's about starting to put it together consistently.
Well, free throw good from Moutier.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And really doing a good job from the line. They need to stay aggressive, keep throwing fouls, and hopefully pick up a few more and-one situations.
Jones, Gobert with the block.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How about Jordan Clarkson, the ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play?
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position. taking a look here at the numbers for Ingles. A very nice season for him last year. Put up about 12 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Clarkson taking his time here. Unloads from 13. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Memphis leading. And here's Jones. 9 points last game. Can't hit that one. Ingles against Brooks. Ingles dishes to Bogdanovich. Ingles kicks to Moutier. Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Clarkson. He has 7, just 4 to shoot. 14 feet away. Good D by Jones. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Moutier with the ball. Outside, Bogdanovich. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And that's 10 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Chang. Memphis moving it around. Anderson passes to Jones. Out left to the wing. Chang with a clean look. That shot no good. And it's Utah the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Moutier. The shot from the low post is good. Moutier's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, when Emmanuel Moutier is making these kinds of tough shots, that can only help his confidence. That's nice.
Pass to Brooks. He's covered by Clarkson. Launches a 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Moutier finds Bogdanovich. Utah gets it back. Back to Moutier. Tries again. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here is Brooks. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. And the pass to Jones. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. So it's Utah now. Now Moutier. Outside Bogdanovich. Shot from 12. Here's Gobert. They shoot again. Rebound by Chang.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Pull up Jay. Here's Gobert, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Gobert's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've been working hard on the offensive glass here in the second, and it's paying dividends. They're getting a lot of second chance points.
Now here's Jones. Brooks outside. Gobert brings the double team. 6 to shoot. He's covered by Clarkson. A miss that time would have put him up.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Gobert down low. Jang defending.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
Inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Here's Bogdanovich following the score by Memphis. And here is Ingles.
And guys, this is the formula for winning basketball. Get to the line and vary your free throws. Their percentage right now is terrific.
It's his first trip to the line.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. And Utah with a change here, too. Mitchell's checked in. And he's good on the second.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Pass to Jang. He's covered by Clarkson. Shoots it. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Mitchell outside. They swipe it. Here's Morant. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
The combination of scoring and passing at that PG position makes Morant valuable. An all-around player with a bright future.
First one falls. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah. He doesn't get the second one.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. He misses the free throw. And the Jazz with some changes. Davis comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in for Clarkson. And he sinks the second. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Jazz out in front. They're up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Some incredible work in this one by Rudy Gobert. He ended up with 17 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they need to strike the balance between being aggressive and being too aggressive. You know, Ernie, you need to be solid defensively at the same time, but not get pushed around. I think they're giving up a lot of free throws, way too many. They need to go back to playing solid, fundamental defense and build the energy from there.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
You know what I love about Donovan Mitchell? He is just as great off the court as he is on. This guy is engaging. He's self-aware. He is the real deal.
And with his dad working with Major League Baseball players, Mitchell was rubbing elbows with guys making millions. He saw some players who stayed humble and others who didn't. And you know what, Doris? I think it made an impression.
And I think, Kevin, if you listen to Donovan, he talks about how his parents impressed upon him the importance of how you treat people. So even with all the success, it's not going to this young man's head. He is so grounded.
And he can't get the first one.
Boy, you have to admire Donovan Mitchell. This guy is capable of playing either guard position, and he plays with so much passion and energy, guys. It's infectious.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Davis. And the second free throw, good. Memphis trailing here. Morant with it. For the tie, feeds it to Valanciunas. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Out to the wing. Outside Conley. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Mitchell. From the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Brooks misses. Utah leading. Right side, Bogdanovich. Conley left side. Passes it to Gobert. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
Now the pass to Valanciunas. To the right side. Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Mitchell's shot is good.
How impressive is the catch-and-shoot game of Donovan Mitchell? I'll tell you, you better be there on the catch or he's going to make you look silly.
Here is Brooks following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And that one's good, Morant.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jazz leading by 4. Morant with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Morant with the ball. Here's Valanciunas. Gobert with the block. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside Conley. There's the feed to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's always a bonus when Rudy Gobert gets hot on the offensive end. This guy is doing a good job getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Interesting story about Rudy Gobert. He was an excellent student in high school, but he was getting into physical fights. So what does his mom do? Play sports, my son. Track and field, martial arts, even ping pong. What I love, though, is he has not lost that tough disposition.
In front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Back to Winslow. There's the 3. Sinks the triple. Winslow's got 8.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Outside Conley. 14 feet away. Here's Gobert. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Gobert's got 23.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Now here's Morant, guarded by O'Neal. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Gobert. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 10 points for Valanciunas.
Well, how about you get a look at the range of Jonas Valanciunas? Gets this done with his back to the basket, or in that case, the mid-range jumper.
Now here's Conley. Dishes it to Mitchell. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Morant. Good D by Bogdanovich.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Brooks. 11 points in the game. Here's Morant. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Shoots a fader. Count that one. 12 points for him.
But, Kevin, this guy's been adept at finding ways to finish inside. Jonas Valanciunas doesn't miss many of these chances. Given an opportunity, he'll deliver.
Here is Conley. Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Good on the three-point shot. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And that one's good, Morant.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Outside Bogdanovich from downtown, and Utah another 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
No good from Valanciunas.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Chance to look at the numbers for Conley. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 21 points per game last year, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. All around brilliance for him lately, and guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Memphis, they have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Brooks. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Over Conley. And it's Morant missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. Kicks to Morant. Back to Valanciunas. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Well, to me, that's the force that Valanciunas plays with. It allows him to shake the foul off, maintain his poise, and score it.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Well, Kevin, the 5th overall pick back in 2011, Valanciunas has worked so hard to improve his entire game. I'll tell you, it's paid off, Kevin. He can impact a game in a lot of different ways.
Pass to Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks feeling it out a bit. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Valanciunas.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's Conley. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And Utah also making a switch. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
4th selection back in the 07 draft. Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
Passes to Clark. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich. The Grizzlies have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Outside Conley. The pass to O'Neal. Now here is Conley. Not a lot of room. Shoots from 12. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 11.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Now Morant. 13 points in the game. Here's Clark, and the shot goes in.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now, here's Clarkson. The putback, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. And here's Morant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Michael Conley picks one up. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
hits both from the stripe.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. Gobert the pass to Conley. To the inside, Bogdanovich.
Wow, Kev, love the power and the strength of Bogdanovich on that strong finish.
Here's Clark. Down low. The 10-footer. No good from Valanciunas. Jazz leading by 11. Now, here is O'Neal. Morant with the steal. Conley grabs the miss. Utah has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Brooks against Clarkson. Tipped away. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Can't cash in from close range. Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Morant with it. 15 points in the game. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Winslow. How he performed last season. Averaged about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now here is Conley. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Now O'Neal. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. It's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the third.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Clark's got 5 points so far.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 7. Right side, Conley. From 12 feet out. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Bogdanovich. Gobert trying to get open, and he drops it in from the low post. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz. Here's Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And that one falls for Clark.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
So he gets them both. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 16th rebound on the night.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. In the corner, O'Neal with it. From outside, off the mark. 1 second left. And no good. And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Grizzlies trail by 10. So on the floor for Utah. Joe Ingles is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Conley. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. Now here's Valanciunas. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Clarkson. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
And you can see they're waking up after what was a sluggish first half for them offensively. They've been much more accurate from the field since halftime.
Valanciunas against Davis. From deep, Brooks. Offensive rebound. O'Neal comes with the double team.
Hey, come around.
Shot clock at 6. Goes up again. That shot, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Shots good by Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Davis. Inside, Ingles. And he makes that one.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
And, Greg, you know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out, tank, never on empty.
Passes it to Davis. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Here's Valanciunas. That one misses. Now the Jazz take it the other way. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What an excellent passer from the small forward position. Joe Ingles does such a great job setting up his teammates.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. good. Clarkson. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 19-point game. There's the pass to Morant. The 15-footer. Good on the jump shot. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Davis. Conley kicks to Clarkson. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And the basket by Ingles.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. From 12 feet out, and the shot goes in. 21 points for Ja Morant.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Pass to Conley. Back to Clarkson. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock, and Davis can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the shot by Davis. 5 on the clock. Jackson kicks to Morant. Over Conley. Here's Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, Kevin, what a game it's been for Jonas Valanciunas. It hasn't mattered what the defense has thrown at him. He's continued to deliver on the offensive end.
Conley's shot is off.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Winslow's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Utah also making a switch. Mitchell's checked in. And the Jazz with possession here. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Doubled by Conley. Morant passes to Brooks. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Memphis. Jackson dishes to Brooks. To the left side wing. Here's Valanciunas. Back to Brooks. Tries again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Brooks. The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. And both free throws good for Brooks. And here is Conley. He kicks to Gobert. Outside Conley. Passes it to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's O'Neal. The Jazz with another miss.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
On the wing, Winslow. Covered by Conley. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Valanciunas.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here is Conley. They double team Conley, trying to end the drought, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. No good from Valanciunas.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Morant. Michael Conley making his last shot. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Morant.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
And the basket by Ingles.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
Here's Winslow. Rebound by Mitchell. Utah leading by 16. Kicks it to Conley. Rebounded by Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Now here's Morant. Covered by Mitchell. Brooks. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
They double team Conley to the middle. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, this is problematic because Donovan Mitchell can hurt you any number of ways. Driving, spotting up, you name it, he's got it.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now here's Winslow. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Conley. That one, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Brooks. Conley with it. The pass to Mitchell. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. They double team Conley. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Jackson.
Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Ends the move with a whisper instead of a bang, going to the finger roll.
Here's Conley. Following the basket by John Morant. Here's O'Neal. The Jazz with another miss. Brooks with no one around. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Mitchell. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Pass to Winslow. Four on the clock. O'Neal with the rebound. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Mitchell outside. Stolen by Brooks. Out to the right wing. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Morant. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Gobert. There's the dish to Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Jazz.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 14.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Mitchell against Brooks. Now Mitchell. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone. Out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kev, he put me on a hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody a shout out.
Didn't you?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
3 terrific names. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Valanciunas. And that one's drained from the low block. About a minute played so far here in the first. Conley, the pass to Gobert. He kicks to Bogdanovich. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Morant. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Conley. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. Defensively, their focus will be defending Donovan Mitchell, a high-scoring guard out of Louisville. He'll have the ball in his hands all night long, so it'll take a sustained effort to hold him back. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Morant. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Brooks outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Valanciunas. Gobert pulls it in.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Oh, well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Bogdanovich against Winslow. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley over Jackson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Memphis, a small town, not a free agent destination, but the connection between these fans and their team really stands out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I love Memphis. Shout out to Beale Street. Oh, man, they got some great food there, GA. I'll take it to one of my spots next time we're up there. But Memphis is known for its food and music. I mean, the MGs, as some call the Grizzlies, a treasured part of the scene.
That's good from Morant.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
And it's tied up with that one. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Oh, man, the timing, the precision. Conley is ready to fire as soon as the ball hit his hands.
Now, here's Morant. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Valanciunas against Bogdanovich. Moves back up. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Mitchell wide open. Gobert, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Jackson. In the corner, Winslow with it. Just 4 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. The shot missing. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Now here's Winslow. Can't hit from 12. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. And that one falls coming off Conley's feed.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are uncovered.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Gobert with the block. Jackson, that's good. Now Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Brooks against Mitchell.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. Clock at 6. For 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
He showed some signs of this his last year of college. I mean, Morant cannot be left alone from distance.
Now here's Conley. He's tightly guarded. Mitchell outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Brooks kicks to Morant. And the pass to Valanciunas. Over Conley. And there's Valanciunas on the assist by Morant. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Utah.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the night.